All right.
All right.
So, Urban, our paths first crossed under circumstances neither one of us would have chosen.
Yeah.
And I saw a portion of this story through the lens of a crime scene investigator. But today, it's not about the evidence, reports, or reducing your life to the worst night you survived. Today, I want people to meet the human behind the uniform, the father behind the headlines, and the man who had to rebuild an entire life after being told directly or indirectly that he may never do it again.
Yes.
This conversation belongs to you. We can pause, skip anything, or go wherever you believe the story needs to go.
All right.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christina, and this is Officer Urban Rodriguez. I am a former crime scene investigator, and he is a former officer who was shot in the line of duty. And I would like to know who Urban Rodriguez was before October 29th, 2019, when you got shot.
Man, a goofball.
A goofball.
Back when I was on duty, I mean, I didn't just I was just a human, and I was just goofy, and I could respond accordingly. I mean, we dealt with many dopers, and then regular folks, and you have to change your vernacular accordingly.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's just when you are in a situation, just treat it like normal, and if it's a little bit it depends on the situation, but I mean, I could do most anything, and I treated that as such, because I was a diverse individual, working the streets, and then working the dope scene, and I just loved chasing dope. So
Yeah. So, what made you want to become an officer?
actually, I met Cleo Bickler because I was in a police supply business, and I was an account manager, and she took a liking to me, and I ran things to the department and back, and she recognized my hard work, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I took a job as a a animal control officer first for roughly 2.5 years, and then I did a quick stint as a employee for QT, and then 3 months later, I received a call that I was accepted for the police. So
I love that.
yeah.
Okay, so what did serving the city of Denton and the community mean to you?
I didn't want to run traffic. I mean, I ran my calls, but it was important for me to find my niche, and I was a DWI investigator, and I was good at it. And then I chased dope. I mean, and I just fell in love with it, because I mean, all the weird people that you meet. Oh my goodness. It was kind of exciting, and then just to see what these people were like.
Mhm.
And I mean, and some of them were so high
Yes.
that I was
They
like,
weren't even on this planet.
yeah. So I mean, but I loved it though. I loved it.
That's good. So what kind of officer would you say that you were when no one was looking?
Honest, and I just fell in love with the dope game. I did um um I focused on that aspect on in later in my career. Well, it's 5 years, but I mean, it was I thought it was important because no one was chasing dope that much, and I mean, there was 5 or 6 officers that were um, dedicated to doing that, but it was frowned upon because I don't know why.
Just cause?
Yeah.
Because rules don't make sense in police departments.
Yeah. Well, no, not this police department.
No.
They don't want to do anything, and I just didn't understand it.
Makes sense. So, what parts of your personality made you good at the job?
Because I'm self-taught, and so I don't pick up a book and learn from it. When I see it, and then I just mirror the officer that is working that aspect on anything, and then I would implement it and learn from it and then improve it, and that's why I was good and effective because I didn't limit myself to learning anything, because I'm not a book learner.
Yeah.
So
at least you know that, because a lot of people don't know how they learn.
Yeah.
So the fact that you know how you learn,
Yeah.
and you know you're not a book person, made it easier for
Yeah.
you in the end.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So outside of the badge, who are you as a father, son, friend, and person?
Well, we, I was dedicated to my children. My daughter was just born. She was 1 at the time of the shooting, but I mean, it allowed her to, my ex-wife, to take care of the kids ish, and um, I when I was off, mainly I worked nights, and so that 3 day window, I just focused on my son, and my daughter was a little bit. Um, I mean, she was just a baby, so. But I took care of her when she was asleep, and then I would tend to my daughter. But I mean, it was a I mean, I love my kids and I adore them, and my family as well. We had a good relationship. My cousins and my friends, we hung out, and we had the children. So I mean, I couldn't um, um, go to many events because we did have the children. But
Right.
I mean, I think I'm lucky because my best friend, he has a 3-year-old, 2-year-old, or 4-year-old, I think, and he's in his 40s, and I mean, It's tough.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to get up there.
Yeah.
The kids. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. You should have some to carry your legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine not being with my children. I mean, it's a godsend. I adore them, and I still don't let them just do anything they want.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it's hard because my parents live with me now. It's part of my divorce,
Right.
and but we'll get into that also. But yeah, I mean, I had a good dynamic, and my friends, and then my PD friends. So it was and then we used to, on our days off, game. I was horrible at the game, but I mean,
At least you're honest.
yeah, I mean, but it created a tight knit group. So
Good.
yeah.
Looking back now, what did you think your future was going to look like before the shooting?
Well, I would have kind of went ahead and divorced my wife. She was very manipulative. She was a abuser. And I mean, she just I don't know what her problem was, but I couldn't even. I mean, I would get off shift, and then I would clean the house, wash the dishes, and then and then I would take a shower and do it all over again.
Yeah.
So it was a miserable existence.
Wow.
So.
All right. Are you ready to talk about the night your life changed?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I only want to talk to you if you're comfortable, and if you're not, we can stop.
That's right.
Do you remember anything personally about that night?
I just it was a dope stop. I was they were headed to a dope motel off of 35, and they had a plate, and then the registration, or not the registration, but the inspection was out, I think. And I pulled them over at the Taco Bell in University, and I was talking to the woman, mainly because she provided a fake name, and I had to research, and I went back and forth to the car, and then he actually provided his ID and everything. I was shocked, but I mean, I thought he was gonna provide a fake name also, but I mean, he handed it over, and then that's when I was gonna approach him because I smelled marijuana, and I was like, I'm not gonna bust you up about marijuana. I'm gonna search the car, and then if you don't have any quantity, then I'll just take it from there. And then if it's a little bit, just we'll deal with it. And
the difference between personal use and distribution.
Yeah,
makes sense.
And so I thought there was some quantity of meth. I don't know. I didn't go that far because because she made a ruckus, and so I came back to the window of or she was actually perpendicular sitting in her seat, but her legs were out of the car, and that's when the shooting occurred, and it was blank after that. I saw the video, and that's when I got shot in the head and then in the leg. But he was tracking me, and he actually hit the woman as well. He got shot, or she got shot, because he was tracking me down. And so and then the leg, and then it doesn't matter. And then she ran over me when they were escaping.
So for the audience, I'm the crime scene investigator who worked this shooting. And when I got there, I thought Urban didn't make it. I am absolutely floored and flabbergasted that this man not only sits here today, but that he has had to learn how to walk and talk and form sentences all over again.
Like a baby.
Like a baby.
I mean, I couldn't speak. I couldn't just do anything at that time. And it was a struggle, but I was very medicated at the beginning, and then they were weaning me off, and then I had to learn my ABCs again.
Wow.
And it was to experience it, and just to it was I thought it was something else, but because when I went to Colorado, that's when my head shrunk, and all the swelling had been keeping it together. And I woke up and I was like, oh my, and I couldn't even say, oh my God. And I'm like, and I was devastated because I didn't know my half of my skull was missing. I was like, oh my goodness.
I saw one of the very few things that I did see was the scan of your head.
Yeah.
And I still have no idea how you made it. It was like gone. Like you have a titanium plate in there now, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can see those scars.
Yeah.
But based on the scene, based on my experience working crime scenes, my knowledge, my schooling, based upon the scans that I saw of your head later, I have no idea how you're here.
I don't know.
No.
Well, you know what? God saved me because of my children. Mm-hmm. And we'll go to in depth on that as well. Awesome. Because he saved me because my ex-wife was a lunatic.
Well, I also think God saved you so you could tell your story.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people need that inspiration. Because there's a lot of people that will sit there and go through life being like, I can't. Yeah. And then your story pops up on the internet and they're like, if he can, I can do anything.
Yeah.
So your story, God's not done with you. That's why he kept you around. Because your story isn't powerful. It's so incredible.
Well, and that's the thing though. No one has picked it up.
And that's why this is breaking news on Bloodstains and Breakthroughs.
Yep. No one.
Your story did not get the international recognition it deserved.
No.
How do you have an officer-involved shooting and the man gets shot in the head, leg, and run over and survives and rebuilds his life all the way to sit here and make full sentences?
Yeah.
And nobody picks up that story.
No.
What do you mean? That's crazy.
Well, because it's all just Denton's a liberal city, and they don't want that on the plate, and I don't know why. But I think they felled up a lot, and you know I think they just wanted it to me to go away, and
Brush
not
it under the
yeah
rug.
yeah that's
I can
it.
see that.
Yep.
What parts of the story from that night were you told by other people?
I didn't even I mean, no one addressed it. They didn't. Well,
I'm getting mad.
well, no. I mean, they had a briefing about all the other officers that were involved in my shooting, but I mean, for me personally, I was focused on the recovery,
Right.
and so I didn't even worry about. I mean, and really, I was just doing my job,
Yeah.
and I knew what I was signed up for, and it was I'm just lucky that I survived.
That's true.
So I mean, I just the job itself, I'm not upset at. I mean, I was doing my job, and I made that traffic stop, and it was just. I mean, I wanted to hunt dope, and that was it. So
So you keep saying a phrase, routine traffic stop.
yeah.
What do civilians misunderstand about how quickly that can change into life-changing
Well,
traffic stops?
it's I don't even know why it's I keep saying it, and it's not a routine traffic stop. It'll change in an instant. Tell me, or believe me, I know, but I mean,
From experience.
Yes. So and
you had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it was my time, I think, because I mean, I was really active on the dope scene,
Yeah.
and I didn't care about anything or anything or anyone dealing with that, because I wanted the community to be safe, and I just loved everything about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that was commonly reported about on that night that you feel like you need to clarify in your own words?
I don't know. It was all hushed. I mean, I mean,
did the body cam that you watched change based? Because I know firsthand that I can work a crime scene and it goes a certain way, and then the news swings it a completely different way.
Yeah.
So was your body cam video different?
I don't think it was shown.
So
yeah.
Did you watch your
Yes.
shooting? How are you? How does one mentally watch themselves get shot and be okay? With
I was critiquing my.
Oh my God! No, you were not.
Yeah.
Urban.
Yeah.
Why are you critiquing your own traffic stop that you barely
because
survived?
I mean, I should have had the lamp or overhead or the spotlight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see clear as day though.
It was in
because
a parking
it was
lot.
yeah.
It was in,
and I was like, okay. And then I was like, all right, you know, I'll give that a pass. And then I at the last second I tried to shield the woman further, and I drew my gun.
Yeah.
But that split second, and then he was left-handed, so he had gotten a hold of his gun, and it was just that
Instant.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
it.
I remember there was another officer on scene that had your blood on his hands.
Yes. He rendered aid. And actually, he didn't even realize I got hit in the arm, or my the leg, because it was so much blood, and he was just focused on my head, and he was holding my head together. So
I remember I had to take photographs of him because he was covered in your blood. And then I wanted him to go wash off because that's unfair, for him to continue, because he's sitting there shaking, looking at his hands. And I remember yelling. I don't remember who I was yelling at. I think it was a lieutenant. The fact that I had the balls to yell at a lieutenant. Yeah, that was it.
Or
I think it was the other one. I'm not trying to say names.
Well, yeah, no. But
I remember telling somebody to go with him to the bathroom.
Oh wait, Kelly?
I have no idea. I'm bad with names.
Okay.
It's been so long now.
Well, it was there was.
I think it was Kane.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh, Kane.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
But I remember yelling to have somebody escort that officer to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Taco Bell was locked.
Yeah.
And so we started banging on the door, and I was like, escort him to the bathroom. And they're like, he's a grown ass man. He doesn't need my help. I'm like, he's been holding his partner's head together. He is shaking. He's got a gun on his hip, and he's about to go alone in a room.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody go with him.
Yeah.
And so the fact that I'm having to focus on not only the crime scene, I'm having to focus on officers and their mental health.
Yeah.
Because nobody in the police department cares about anybody's mental health. They care about the job and the body, and if the body's gone, the job's done.
Yeah.
And that's why I started a crime scene cleaning company, because after the tape comes down and the police leave, it's up to the families.
Yep.
And I'm like, what do you mean? It's the families that find them. It's the families that have to clean it up, and you're cleaning up your own family member's blood.
Yeah.
It's inhumane.
It is. It's horrible.
Yes. All right. So, do you remember, I know that you were heavily medicated and stuff. I remember being there when we escorted you out of the hospital. I think you were going to Colorado for rehab purposes.
Yes.
Do you remember much about your recovery, or were you just heavily in survival mode at that point?
Actually, when I was in Colorado at the beginning, all my feelings, or not my feelings, but my senses were just discombobulated, and so I remember I was heavily medicated because I thought my body was on fire. I mean,
I'm sure it felt
on
like
fire. No, they had to medicate me and sedate me because I was so in pain. And so that was the first incident. And then I was just trying to learn how to move and speak, and sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
No, take your time.
But I was focused on that, and then thank God my family was allowed to be there, because if not, I would have been devastated.
No.
I think I would have just bit the bullet. I mean, yeah. So
makes sense. Did your family know? Were they ever told about survival rates or anything like that?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume I was not gonna survive.
I didn't
And
think so.
no,
I'm not a doctor, but I'm the crime scene investigator, and me said no.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, I was just lucky. And then they tried to replace my original skull. So I had brain surgery the first time, and throughout the process, I was doing OT, PT, physical therapy. It was key, and but when I did that, um, I had another brain surgery 2 or 3 months later, and then I mean it. So I had to I my head had to recover, and then because I had 4 brain surgeries. Yeah. Because they tried to replace my original skull, and then it got infected because it was a dirty wound, and then I had it again, to um, um, clear out the infection again because it got infected, and then they tried to replace it with the titanium skull, or no, the original skull again, and then it got infected. So the last time they just put the titanium skull, and that was it, and they I was allowed to recover, and then that's when everything fell into place.
yeah.
Because once I had one brain surgery, my body regressed so much that I mean it was just
As soon as you
Yeah.
take a step forward, you're
Yeah.
taking 3 steps back.
yeah. So, and I was down and out multiple times, but luckily, I like I said, my children were present, and at I could see them, um, and at the initial, and then um, when COVID hit, that's when they started to do across the well, not across the street, but 6 feet apart and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a crock of shit anyway. So
I remember getting COVID working a homicide
Yeah.
case.
oh yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean? Everybody's breathing on me. I'm like, there's a dead
Yeah.
person right there. I'm getting COVID. It's
Yeah.
fine. I
yeah.
think I got COVID twice on cases, on scenes.
Did you get the shot though?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
man.
forced.
Yeah.
Against my will.
That was the main killer, because it was not even tested.
No.
I was like,
I was fighting.
luckily I was so sick, or not sick, but recovering,
Yeah.
that I couldn't take the shot.
That's
So
probably a good thing.
yeah, lucky.
Yes. So, when did you first start to understand how close you were to death?
It still hasn't hit me.
Really?
Because that part of the shooting, like I said, I mean, I was just doing my job, and I fully expected to get injured or something in my career, so I wasn't surprised. I was just, the extent of it was just the one that I had a tough time with, and then I saw the video, and then that's when I was critiquing myself. So I was like, okay,
You
I'm
so
I'm
would
right.
do
Yeah,
that. Oh.
yeah. So I mean,
You're like, I could have avoided this right there.
yeah. So or stayed it by the B pillar and all.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, it's
Do you know that policies changed because of your shooting?
no.
We're now 2-man units.
Oh,
Well, it's 2 response for any traffic
Okay.
stop,
Awesome.
last I heard.
yeah,
But you've got a policy after you. Look at
Awesome.
you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I
Hey,
don't
at
know.
least I never had any policies named after me.
Yeah.
What was your first memory of the shooting, if at all? Like, do you remember up to, and then it went dark?
Yeah.
But when you came after all of your brain
No, I couldn't even remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, I watched the video, and then
Yeah.
that's when.
That's how you learned.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just I couldn't say either or what happened. So
All right. That makes perfect sense. People have called you, myself included,
Mhm.
a walking miracle. How do you feel about that? Because you think it's just a job.
yeah.
Yeah.
I it's not. I wasn't doing it for the fame or anything. I just was doing my job.
Yeah.
And people will say that, but I mean, I'm just appreciative. I really do think that I was just doing my job. And I thank y'all. I mean, because I don't know. I'm not humble, but I mean, I was just doing my job.
You're just the guy
Yeah.
doing a job.
Yeah.
And I think those types of mentalities of people are, in fact, the most inspirational because they don't even understand that they're inspirational.
Yeah.
Because I hear that all the time, lost 225 pounds, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I was just trying to not be out of breath, put my shoes on. But thanks.
Yeah.
And so I have that same kind of, I appreciate that, but
Yeah.
nonchalantly, like, I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
Like, you're just
Yeah.
a guy. You were just doing your job. But so many people see the fact that your job could have cost you your life when any other job doesn't cost you your life.
Yeah. I mean, that Taco Bell. I mean, if I was working the fire and someone or something did spark a flame, or
Yeah.
I mean, I could have done that, and then so
Have you ever gone back to the Taco Bell since?
I've cruised by it because we go to Winco.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
It's on the way.
yeah.
It's right in the middle of town. You can't really avoid it.
Well, I mean, I like the fact that they have that tenderloin and it's rather cheap.
Yes.
So
yeah, good. I shop at multiple places.
Yeah.
The deals.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you know I've never gone back to that Taco Bell?
Oh yeah.
Nope, I can't.
Oh
Because on that scene, I thought we lost you.
yeah.
And I remember working a scene with you. I don't remember what the scene was, but I knew I've seen you before the shooting.
Was it the wreck on with the man and the boy and they wrecked out because he was speeding and being a jackass and
Could have been. My CPTSD completely wiped
Yeah.
my memory of
Yeah.
certain things.
Yeah.
So I feel like a liar because somebody will be like, oh, do you remember this one time? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And then they'll start describing
Well,
it.
no,
I'll be like, oh, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, man, now I feel like a liar. But it's like, I have to get my memory re-jogged.
well, I mean, I do that as well because I mean, I specifically do remember that incident, but I don't remember most of my dealings with the city or the public because I worked all these cases, and I mean, I just put it out of my mind.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a tough one. I still remember that, but
I remember the wreck on 35 where the guy drove through the fireball.
oh yeah. Man, see, like these
I remember
things,
bits and pieces. I have a tattoo from my Shotgun to the Face guy. I've
Oh
nicknamed all of my crime scenes.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have Hammerhead Lady, I have Shotgun to the Face guy, Swiss Cheese Lady, you know, all kinds of very nice, politically correct things to say.
Yeah.
But I have given a homicide victim's daughter closure on her case.
Awesome.
I had testified. She met me in the bathroom. She ended up friending me on Facebook a little bit later.
Okay.
And she goes, I never saw my mom's crime scene photos. And I was like, I have them, but I don't want you to see them. I want you to remember your mom the way that you do and not the way that I do.
Yeah.
And she goes, I want to see them. And so she came over and I showed her husband first to see if he would be okay showing her, if he thought she could handle it. And I ended up showing her and I was able to give her closure. And she's going to be on the podcast too.
Awesome.
So based upon like everything I've experienced, I too just see it as a job, but my brain forgets a lot because you work the case. It's just a job. You clock out at the end of the day and you don't want to bring your work home with you because that will always follow you. And that's marriage problems, you know, all kinds of stuff.
We had problems
before
like
that.
Yeah. Shoot.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah. No.
So when you started having to rebuild and relearn everything,
you know, it was difficult. I mean, I gave up multiple times.
Understandable.
I mean, it was just so defeating because I had those brain surgeries, and then when I was about to be released and go to Nebraska, and then my head swelled up like a pumpkin.
Oh wow.
Because my I don't know what happened, but it was the plate it wasn't draining, and so that was I mean, I didn't even expect it to be that bad, but I mean, they did a temporary shunt, and it's basically a spinal tap.
Oh.
And I couldn't move for a week, and something happened, and something got dislodged in the spinal tap. Ooh. And it was excruciating. And so they had to sedate me again, and I would come out of the sedation, and because they didn't want to overdose me, so I was screaming at the top of my lungs because it was so painful. I mean, it was nothing like childbirth. It was something else. Yeah. And so then they were allowed to sedate me again, and then for 3 days I was in and out of screaming and sedation, and then
as soon as you wake up, screaming, sedate me, and wake up, scream, sedate. You slept like a baby. It woke up every 2 hours screaming, huh?
And so my ex-wife, she thought I was gonna die as well because I was gray, and I mean, they didn't I don't know the percentage or anything, but I was just like, I'm through.
Yeah.
So they did my shunt, and then it was fine. But don't lay in bed and have a spinal tap. God dang.
That, how can I stand over dead bodies? But that makes me cringe. I don't understand.
Well, it's like you or imagine you're just laying there and you have a needle in the back, and I think they should have turned me around and just did the spinal tap, and I would be laying in on the opposite.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah. So it was hairy.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it was dicey from the beginning.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Most of the way through.
Yeah.
Up until, but you've done a lot of work. So what was the first thing you had to relearn?
To speak again.
What was your first word? Do you remember? I know mine would have been fuck.
No, I couldn't even do that. Because I was limited to I think a or an or and I think or something simple, because I couldn't even put two words together, because when I tried to speak, every two or three letters or two or three words were missing, and so like the but and then I would say maybe um, family, and it was just all broken up, and so I had to relearn, and then I had speech therapy and everything else, but I mean it was very, very hard. And I remember one time they were they dipped my hand in lukewarm water, and I thought my hand was on fire, and I was crying so bad, and every other people in the gym was like, oh my god, and so they stopped with the water, and I was like, oh my, because it was my sensories were
jacked up.
Jacked up, yeah.
Your nerves, your brain controls your nerves, and if that's gone, then your nerves are like, what the?
Yep.
It makes sense.
Yep.
What was the smallest rehabilitation milestone that felt enormous to you?
Just to speak again. I worked so hard for just to regain some speech, and then when I left for Nebraska, they did a little bit, but I mean it was a glorified freaking nursing home. They had permanent residents that were free to roam around the property, and two or three people that were in the permanent setting, they would scream every day, all day. I mean, it was exhausting.
Especially with your brain trying to recover. Yes. That's got to be loud and all kinds of brain buzzing. And
then when COVID hit, I mean, it was I could see my kids across the street, and then I was gated.
Mm.
The property was gated, so I couldn't even leave.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was like a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Glorified prison.
Yeah.
A very expensive glorified prison,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but I think the people that were running the center, they just wanted the money instead of
Actually wanting to
yeah.
take care.
Yeah.
What, out of all of the processes, was the most, let me rephrase that. What was harder than most people might imagine? The physical pain, the repetition, the loss of independence, or the uncertainty?
All of the above?
All of it? That's a valid answer.
I mean, it. The independence.
I could see being an officer and then
Yeah.
I don't need no help.
To rely on other people.
Yeah.
And then especially my ex-wife, she didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
She anyways. But I mean, she helped a little bit at the beginning when we got back to Texas. But my physical therapist and my OT were there present, and so she didn't do anything but just to take care of the kids.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I built a bed with one arm and one leg, and I put it together because my son wanted a new bed, and then as soon as I could half-ass be mobile, I would start the routine of washing dishes, and I mean, she barely did anything.
Yeah.
Hell, when I had a seizure, and it was I had to be admitted to the hospital. The throw up was left, and then I had to clean it up because she didn't want to deal with it.
I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself for right now. I'm trying to be unbiased right now.
Yeah, I know. But that was the type of relationship.
Yeah.
So
you, as an officer, would respond to emergencies and people's worst days. And then all of a sudden, you're having to rely on people, and people are having to respond to you. What kind of toll did that take on you mentally, emotionally?
You know, I didn't at the time think about it because I was focused on my recovery, and so it didn't have an effect because I was still recovering.
Makes sense.
And you know, like I'm still recovering to this day.
Yeah.
That's why the workman's comp people, and I mean, I
they did you dirty.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All I remember about that was you were trying to get a van.
Yes.
And then there was rust or something, and you could like see the road or something like that.
Yeah.
That.
It was we were coming back from Nebraska because we were released, and then the van. I mean, I don't know if I have the photos, but I've
seen them. They exist somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was horrendous, and the back seat didn't have any air conditioner.
Oh.
but the driver did.
Of course.
Yeah. And he was a meth head. And I mean, I could tell, and I was like, oh my, and
Like, what
I
is
mean, he
happening
was
right
he
now?
was he was gumming his lips and everything. I was like, oh my goodness.
No.
And then when my wife said, hey, no, just my ex-wife, just drop us off at a motel, and I'll drive from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, because like then I was turning gray.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't control my body temperature and all that. And so yeah. So I mean, it was but that was my case manager when I was in Colorado, and she was in charge of my care in Nebraska, and she didn't want to provide me a decent because my wife and my ex-wife and me were upset, and she was livid because I was gonna come back to Texas, and because she wanted the Nebraska place to
keep you.
Yeah. So and I mean,
so she got you barely a truck that van that ran.
Yeah.
That's one horribly unsafe.
Yeah.
You were in a wheelchair at that time, right?
Yeah. Well, I could shimmy up to the back seat, because it was not a wheelchair friendly van. So, or it was, but it was all fucking shitty.
I just remember there was so much rust you could see through the floor of the van.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was appalled for you. And then that's when I realized, I was like, you were going through way more than just recovery. Like there was so much red tape.
Yeah.
Like all of it. You got blocked at every opportunity.
Yep.
And I really, even in law enforcement, I thought we took better care of our own that got shot in the line of duty.
Nope.
Apparently we just throw them to the side and be like, well, good luck, dude. You're on your own.
Well, like I say, they just threw me away.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to deal with it. And
it would look bad on the department.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's when I went up to the top of Gallagher Bassett. Oh wait.
I hate. No, that's fine. We hate them here too.
Well,
we'll edit that out.
Yeah. So because they work with me, or they were working with me. Yeah. Now, just to, because I threatened to sue.
Yeah.
And
as you should have.
Yeah. But I wanted to not have any restrictions of me telling my story though.
Yeah.
So I threatened, but it was an empty threat.
Yeah.
But I mean, I threatened. I mean, because I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
So.
And really, there's nobody there to tell you how this works.
Yeah.
Like there's
there's no advocate. No. There's nothing.
There's no mental health in police departments. No. There's absolutely nothing.
Yep.
It's you do the job, you go home, and if you get fucked, you get fucked.
Yep. And Denton is, I mean, well, it's not the PD. Well,
sorry,
man.
I'm only laughing because it's funny.
Yes, I know.
We both worked for Denton, and although I nicely have my badge on my arm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Dallas on the other side.
Yeah.
We're not just claiming that one.
It's not the PD itself. It's the higher ups.
Yeah.
And
the big way, because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Who have no reason to be there.
Yeah.
And then it changes every few minutes.
Because the chief, when I was working there, he did me a solid. That he kept me on the payroll, and then when the new chief stepped in, he didn't want to let me go.
Yeah.
The city and HR let me go.
Yeah.
That's why I was, because I can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Because I can't. I how do I come back from it? Because they're acting right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, the city manager back then, she was just a liar, and she was a smoozer. And then when I found out that Solace was gonna be the chief, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, what the and I mean, I was like, and I met the city manager who replaced what's her name.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, something needs to change, because if there was another shooting, and you're gonna ghost. I think I said, hey, what if a 2-year officer who got shot, and at the extent that I had experienced,
Mhm.
and what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any time,
Mm-hmm.
and I after my divorce, I have $450 a month.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, $450 for my retirement.
Urban. I don't even know what to say. I've never been speechless in my entire life. The 33 years I've been very mouthy. I have no response.
I mean,
How do you?
they should have just granted me a full retirement, but no.
Full benefits for
Yeah,
life.
no,
You gave
nope.
your life.
Yep.
What do you?
Nope. They cut me the retirement check, and because I got divorced, and Brent Hill, he fucked me too, and now he's a judge. So
we're bad behavior.
Yeah.
Here.
So no, that's we're leading up to it, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be vocal.
Yep, we're getting there. So the part of Urban that was injured, where does? Okay, what part of Urban was injured, and what part of Urban could the shooting never change?
Nothing. I mean, I'm still the same.
You feel the same?
Yeah.
You don't feel like it's changed you deep down or anything like that?
Nope.
Still the same bubbly guy you were?
Yeah, and annoying and
in the best
know-it-all.
possible way.
Yeah, well, no, I was a dick sometimes, and I mean, I'm still a dick sometimes. So I mean, I know my attitude was not arrogant, but just I was confident in my skills, and that's why I had that persona. Because I mean,
back it up with facts.
Yeah, and I mean, I would fight anyone. I remember getting in a fight when I was off duty. I was getting off of shift, and there was a homeless guy was bugging the shit out of the downtowners, and so I responded because there was no one available, and I was like, well, I'll show him off, and then I'll go home. Yeah. And then I ended up fighting this guy, and I mean, it was a long, because my portable died.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
And because I was using the mic from the car, and then when I keyed up, I was like click. I was like, oh,
Oh, no.
my goodness, and that was it. And then he took off his boots, and I was like, and then we were dancing because he was. I set him down, but he didn't want me to have his back, and so we were doing circles. And then I was like, just stop, and then just calm down. I'm just waiting for the responding officers, the initial officers, just to arrive, and then I'll get on my way. And then he started to run, and I tased him, and then the taser failed, and I jumped on top of him, and we just were fighting. And I was trying to get him off the street because it was rush hour traffic in the mornings, and it was McKinney, or wait, McKinney, I think.
Okay.
Where the farmers market is.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he was messing around with the electrical boxes, because he was just high.
Yeah, just
And
for funsies.
yeah. So, and I thought he was gonna be zapped, and then I would just wait for the other officers. But yeah, so that was my last fight, I remember. But I mean, I loved it. I loved it.
I can tell you loved it based on how you're retelling the story.
Yeah.
I can hear the joy and,
Yeah.
and the like. And then I'm over here getting visualizations of y'all two just kind of dancing around, be like, "Come on, come on!" And I'm like, that's why I'm over here giggling, because I'm seeing your images in my head.
Yeah. But I mean, it was just fun for me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I enjoyed it.
Did you always want to be a cop?
Well, I entertained it when I was younger, and then when my hometown is Seguin, and there was not any opportunities to become an officer, because they had so many, or too few many job openings.
Yeah.
And so I just left alone, and I did numerous jobs when I was starting to be an adult. And I mean,
And then you met that person, and it just kind of fell from there.
Yeah.
That is awesome. All right. So I know that, actually I know this answer. So we're just going to go ahead and pop off. So let's go. Did you ever experience anger towards your body, your circumstances, the system, or even God?
Yes. Later in my stage of recovery, because it was I mean, I had so many programs that I was still improving, and then but I didn't find that until I joined React Gym, a neuro gym. And
what is a neuro gym?
So they focus on patients with gunshots, strokes, diving accidents, car accidents. So they solely function on those individuals, and now they're branching off. But I mean, their focus was on um, um, individuals that were catastrophically injured.
Wow.
And so because the gym owners, Brian and Kendall, they she was paralyzed,
Oh wow.
and so he started to train himself, and then go to different trainings and everything else, and then they made it into a business. And um, so I mean, if not, I would have been dead. I mean, because of certain circumstances.
Right.
Because it's this gym was a godsend, because I mean, I don't know how to describe it, because they didn't look at me as a paralyzed person. They looked at me as like an individual, and
As a person
yeah,
with a story.
yes. And I mean, that's when I knew I found the right place.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I've seen some of your workout videos.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I did notice is how encouraging they are.
Yeah.
Like I can see you physically moving your body, and I can see the pain on your face.
Yeah.
But they're going, you've got it, let's go, Urban. And like they would call you out by name, as so like they knew you.
Yeah.
And they worked individually with you,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming other patients also.
Yeah.
But they saw you as the human and not you as the injury.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
I mean, I have every person's phone number. We communicate. We send funny memes and everything else.
Yes.
And I just it's my place.
Yeah. That's
So,
incredible. And how many times a week do you have to go?
So 2 times a week,
Mhm.
for 2 hours. And they work me hard. I so when like a normal person goes to the gym, they sweat it out and everything like that. Like, they're focused on just like my leg or my foot trying to move, and they will focus on the toes and then the heel, and I mean, it's not a normal workout. And they do kettlebell work and everything else and all that, but they
Like isolate your body.
yes, and
really
then
heavily focus.
yes, and
fantastic.
that's the key though, because that they wanted to send me to another gym, and I'm like, no. They do multiple things, and they focus on what I need at that moment. And if it was the gym, or if it was my hand, or my leg, or cognitive stuff, they have multiple apparatuses to like dot therapy. So they have a board, and the lights will come on, and you have to they time it. And then when I first did that, I was horrible because I couldn't even see the board
Yeah.
because my right side was lacking so much. But now all these instruments and therapies that they do, that's why I am able to drive.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's. I mean, I'm very thankful for the gym.
That's incredible. What's the name again?
React, and then the owners were Kendall and Ryan Belichick, or no, Basic. I'm sorry, and all the other staff. I mean, I adore them, and I work well with them, and I joke and I laugh, and it's a home away from home,
Yeah.
you know. So
That's amazing. Well, we appreciate what Kendall and Ryan are doing for you and that entire team of people, because from somebody, I've lost 225 pounds and
Yeah.
I just went to a regular gym.
Yeah.
And so I've had to learn the hard way. And then, am I doing the exercises right? I'm actually hurting myself more than I'm, and then
Yeah.
I got issues. I pass out,
Yeah.
So I stand up, I go boom. So for you to have such personalized training
Yes.
and skill set to where they treat you like a human, and then they isolate it as opposed to, well, the gym's open, have at it. We just
Yeah.
provide the spot, the space.
yeah.
It's up to you.
No.
They're motivating you. They're
Yeah.
yelling
Well,
for
and
you. And
they
cheering for
do
you.
they individualize the workouts accordingly to my needs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
it
so-
kind of changes depending on your
Yeah.
progression.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's why I've been successful that all this time, because like they say when you're paralyzed, they're gonna limit you 3 years max, and then they'll go from there. But I mean, I'm still progressing to this day,
Yeah.
and that's because of the gym.
Yeah.
And they wanted to quit that because it was, I don't know, politics or something,
Yeah.
because the city,
Just 'cause they just didn't want to pay for it anymore.
I think so.
So, how did medically retiring affect your identity?
Yeah. I've been in some low spots, because it's an adjustment, because I was very active, and now I'm sedentary, and I don't mean I don't I don't want to bug anyone, and that's why I tend to just stay with my family, and then when I don't have the kids, I just watch movies, and I mean,
You're not bugging anybody, though.
but the people that I know at the PD, and my friends, they have small children, and they have
Their own lives.
yeah. So I mean, it's not a bugging, but it's just a, I don't want them to focus on me or anything, because they have their own lives, and they have kids, and I'm like, my kids are 8 and 13, so
They weren't always, though.
well, I understand.
She was a baby when this happened.
I understand, but
So the fact that you had to unfortunately lose out on
Yes.
watching your kids grow up, you don't want your friends to lose out on their
Yes.
kids growing up.
yes,
So I can see that, but I can tell you with 1,000% certainty, if your name pops up on anybody's phone, they're not going, "Ugh, this man again. What do you want?" They're going, "Oh my God, Urban, yes."
yeah,
you're not bugging
Well,
me.
no. I mean, I understand that. And
Good.
yeah.
As long as you understand. Because
Um,
I don't want you to go home and be like, okay, well, I just have to stay here. Like, people want to be around you. Like, you have such an infectious, bubbly light to you, in spite of seeing the absolute worst sides of humanity, both in the job and in your own personal life,
Yeah.
dealing with your own life and death at the same
Yeah.
time. That you have such a bright personality that it needs to be shared. I want.
Well, that's why I'm doing the podcast,
Yeah.
and then I'm doing another podcast because they need to understand I'm not going to go away.
Good. You should.
And because, like we said, my story hasn't gained any traction,
Yeah.
and anything significant, and it's mainly the court systems and the city itself,
Yeah.
because they don't, like I said, they threw me away.
Yeah. They didn't
So,
want the hassle.
Yeah.
And at that point, you were the hassle.
Yes.
Which continue to be the hassle for
Yes.
them. Don't stop that.
It's looking up now. So I mean, I'm not gonna bag on it too much, because they've had some changes. And then, you know, I like where it's going.
Yeah.
So I have a direct contact with Gallagher Bassett, manager's manager. So I mean, if I need to reach out,
Yeah.
so
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad you have that.
yeah.
So, who takes care of the person everyone expects to be strong?
I don't know.
Fantastic, because I'm the strong one. I don't know either.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't know and I don't know,
No.
does anybody else know? Because we don't.
Yeah. No.
Know. Does anybody
I mean,
know what's going on?
Well, you know, I thought I knew. I was a father, a husband, and everything else, and
Yeah.
it turned to shit.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Let's go. Have the floor. Why did it turn to shit?
Well, so early on when we were dating and first married, she would beat me, and not just a slap or whatever, and she would rip my clothes and scratch my face and everything else, and I was not a police officer at that time, and she was just, I mean, she had some mental issues, and I don't know what happened, but when we got the house in Little Elm, everything changed. Her demeanor and her attitude were, I mean, she was something else, and it was like a light switch, you know. So I mean, it was all the traits of a narcissist, gaslighting and everything else, and
Come on, gaslighting's not real.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Continue. Sorry, I like making that joke when somebody says gaslighting. Gaslighting's not real.
So she so when we were in the apartment,
Alexa, turn on patio lights. Okay.
Huh? All right.
It's on a timer.
Oh, okay. Does the Alexa do that?
Yeah. If you have, you have to have Goby lights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or some sort of lights that interact with her, and she can. So all of the lights inside, we can turn them on and off with her.
Oh,
The
all
entire
right.
house is smart house, which is actually pretty cool.
Well, I have a well. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome.
And these
Anyway.
actually change colors too.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
We can play around them a little bit.
Okay. All right. So, what was I saying?
You had moved to the apartment.
Oh yeah. So we were at the apartment and we were cooking and um, I I needed to go to the bathroom and she was upset because I was letting her wash the dishes. And mind you, she had two pots and then two plates and then forks and that's it. And when I didn't even I think I didn't even speak because it was pointless. And she got upset and she threw a knife at or a fork at me and hit me in my calf. And I was like, "What the?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And she immediately like just it was apologetic and everything. I was like, that's not normal. And I went to the bathroom and cleaned up the the wounds and but I mean I should have left at that time, but it was just um, I don't know. I mean, she was very apologetic and all that, and we didn't have any instances when we moved to Little Elm. That's when it hit the fan. And I was stuck because I was not making that much money. She wasn't making up that much money, and then we had to come together and all that. So, I mean, I was just damned if you do, damned if you don't. And then I stayed committed, and then we got married, and then that's when all of this shit started.
How long y'all had been married until the shooting?
Almost 8 or 9 years. I think, and then together almost 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after the shooting, it was just me focused on not dying.
Yeah. You focused on you for the first time.
Yeah.
Because you've spent your entire career focusing on other people. You spend your home focusing on your family.
Yeah.
That this was the first time it feels like you were able to focus on you, trying to just survive until tomorrow.
Yeah. But
so
I mean,
did the abuse tend to get better or worse after the shooting?
Actually, so there's this one incident that I was applying for the city or an officer position, and I was sitting in the living room, and she was sitting in the living room, and I don't know what sparked the argument, but I stayed quiet, and she didn't like it, and I went to the bedroom, and she was slapping me around, and she slapped me around in the bedroom as well, and then she tried to punch me, and I dodged it, and I luckily I just raised my hand. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And then I tossed her on the bed because we had a 1,300 square foot house. So I mean, and then we had a king bed, and I mean, we had to shimmy around. And so I tossed her on the bed and face down, and I was like, "You're not gonna touch me anymore."
Yeah.
Again. And then I went to the garage, and then I was about to leave, and she followed me, and I was like, no, don't follow me. And so I grabbed her by the throat, not to choke, but I just was like, because it was just that my reaction, because I was seeing red, and I was like, no. And I let go, and I was like, just we need to talk about it, or we're not gonna survive.
Yeah.
And luckily she calmed down, and then but it was just anything to cause a fight. I don't know why, because I was not that way, and I just wanted it to be peaceful.
Yeah.
And so then after the incident, the and I became an officer. That time away, because we were selling the house and then moving to an apartment because I had a courtesy officer gig. It was Stockbridge.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, it was not that bad at that way.
At that point.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right. And then my daughter was just, oh no, she was pregnant. And but I enjoyed that away because it was, I think, 1 to 2 weeks. I didn't have to freaking deal with her. And she was hormonal and everything else, and then it was just a nightmare.
Sure.
I mean, well, she was cycling through 3 psych meds and everything else, and I mean, it was
a perfect storm.
Yeah. So and then the shooting happened, or no, I did the ultimatum, and then, but she was still messing with my head and just gaslighting and all that. And I mean, it was just one thing after another. I mean, and I was just happy to be going to work.
Yeah.
Because
get you a little bit of peace.
Yeah.
Even though it's chaos.
Yeah.
Somehow the chaos on the street is less than the chaos at home.
Yeah. And because it was an escape from my reality.
Yeah.
So that's when the shooting happened, and that's when we went to Colorado and all that, and then it seemed to be better. And I took it for granted, because because we were in Colorado about a year, and then Nebraska, I mean, a month and a half or 2 months, and then we came back to Texas, And then that's when it happened again. And I mean, all the um, shitty things. And then she would use my son to get at me. And I'm like, man, I mean, and my son has been traumatized, like the shooting first, and then the manipulation on her side, because she would um, 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 stage my son and interview him, just to because I left, and I went to a church, and I was praying and I was crying. And I had to walk, because she couldn't, or she wasn't allowing me to use my manual wheelchair or my electronic wheelchair. Um,
Did she have a valid reason?
no,
No, I didn't think so.
No.
I
She
didn't think so.
because she didn't want me to leave.
Yeah. So she wanted to stop any way that
yeah.
you could.
Yeah, and she was using my son to um, let me to stay home. And I was like, no, I need to get out of the house. I'm not comfortable here. And she made my son record, um, um, like like me and you talking. But she was trying to coax me to come home. But I was still walking, because I think I walked, I don't even know how long, or how, because we were living in Crossroads, or no, Prosper. And then there was a Catholic church on 380. And um, the neighborhood was I think maybe half a mile.
Wow.
And I was still dependent on wheelchairs. And so I had to use my cane and drag my foot. And then I did um, have shortcuts through neighborhood, or creek beds and everything else.
That's the cop in you.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I just wanted to,
terrain.
yeah. So, and then I made it to the church. And then luckily, one of the people, he was leaving as well, and he offered me a ride home. And I took a shower and went to bed, and that was it. I mean, because there was no arguing at that point, because I'm not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah.
And there was no resolution. So
you can't argue with a narcissist.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll lose every time somehow.
Oh yeah. No. It's all my fault.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, same. Hi.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. It's all my fault too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's and that's when we moved to Crossroads. And then she started cheating. And so I I knew something was up, but I didn't remember at that time. So I had to mentally try to remember. And then it took 6 months of me just trying to remember. And then all of a sudden my memory kicked in. And I said, hey, we need so I took her phone, because she was pretending to be asleep. And that's when the assault happened. And it was not a simple assault. She punched me in my head on the plate side 2 times or 3 times, and then punched me in my chest 4 or 5 times. She punched me in my ribs 4 or 5 times. She stomped on my foot to make me fall because I was still holding the phone.
Yeah.
And she punched me in my balls 4 or 5 times, and then the nut shots that did me in, and dropped the phone, and then I recovered, and I managed to, because she was getting something from her drawers, and I was like, "Hey, we need to freaking talk," And my daughter was still in the bed. She was asleep, thank God, and she hopped over the bed to leave, and I was like, just talk to me. And I wasn't screaming or anything, because I wanted to figure out what we're gonna do with the kids and everything. And she nut shotted me 4 or 5 times again, and I just winced and let her go, and she went out the door, and I called the police, and then um, I took photographs, but I'm brown, and so I don't bruise easily. And I don't. There's just red marks. And so, but she nutshotted me, and she had punched me in my ribs, but there was a small gash because she was wearing a ring, and then again on my thought or my hamstring, it was cut up and all that, because she was nut shotting me, but I mean, and then I called the police, and then they let her go, because I couldn't find my words, and I said, "Hey, just get her out of here." And that's what they did. So they let her go. They took the report, and then that was it. And then
because she's a woman.
Yeah. And then an investigator came to 2 days later, I think, and said, "Hey, we need to file a report." And I was like, "All right, I'm down." I mean, I didn't object because it was the right thing to do, and I think the officer just was because I was an officer. They were trying to save grace or something like that, but.
So, fun fact of the day, being brown doesn't mean anything. I will say not every single police department has it, because I tried to fight for Denton to get it, but there's a thing called an infrared camera, which you can see underskin bruising.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, not that I ever wish you to ever be in a situation like this again.
Well, no.
But if for any reason you or anybody that you know gets beat up and they can't see the physical damage, try to see if you can get an IR camera, an infrared camera, where you can see the underskin bruising.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I tried to fight for Denton. It's too expensive, and I got denied, even though I made a 4-page business proposal about why this was a great idea. For instances like you, of like different skin tones, you can't see bruising, you can't see marks, like all this stuff, but there's certain, like the little gash that you had, that shows that there was physical contact.
And when she punched me in my head, um, my sister, like a couple weeks later, or something like that, she noticed a small bruise on my temple.
Oh wow. So that's right where the knuckle.
Yeah, and
Oh.
so because I don't have um, that skin,
Yeah.
and so because my plate, so I have a ball of muscles that are right here.
Yeah.
But so I can't. I mean, I can feel a little bit, but I mean, it's not that prevalent because of my just my head.
Yeah.
So
Your new skull.
yeah.
Yeah.
So but my sister noticed the bruise,
Oh. Wow.
and my I went to tell my lawyer and all that, which was Brent Hill, and douchebag, and he doesn't need to be on the bench.
Especially if he's okay letting this happen.
Yeah, no, and so my ex-wife obtained a protective order against me, made up all sorts of stuff.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know, but it was
I'm not a cop. I don't know, but that
well,
just
yeah,
makes
but
sense to me.
when the officer investigator um, tried to apply, she already obtained one, and so
that makes a little bit more sense.
yeah, so she was on top of it, and that's when everything changed.
Yeah.
And then so when it was time for him to be a judge, I had to find another lawyer, but he basically cussed me out because I went to obtain some paperwork that needed a signature. So mind you, I can't read, and so I didn't know I had the wrong paperwork, and so he was cussing me out, and because I was
wasting his time.
yeah. Well, no, because he was I guess apparently in court or whatever, and someone saw me, and then I was trying to obtain this signature, and he was upset because I had the wrong document and I didn't know.
Yeah.
And
Can't read.
Yeah. And so I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
You know? And so I was like, man. And so then we went to mediation, and she got everything. Everything she wanted and asked for and everything else. And he didn't even fight for anything on my behalf.
Oh wow.
So the judge threw the protective order out. We did 50-50, and I still had to pay at that time $1,400 a month to her. And I'm like, what?
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. And then they reduced it because I retired now. So they reduced it to $1,000 a month, and I'm like, now I can't even do that because I mean, I had a little income, but And then Brent Hill manipulated me to give her half of the donation money, because he was looking after her, because they were from the same town, and the families knew one another. And then he was adamant about giving her half of the money, and I'm like, no. And I mean, I'll give her $30,000 because that was what we had saved, and that's it. And then I was like, and he was on my ear. I was like, just because, give her half, and just it'll be done and everything else and all that. And I'm like, and then I gave in, because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Stuck
And
between a rock and a hard place.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess I don't know. And he was on my ass.
Wow.
And then I gave in, and but I didn't realize that, because I made a joke about Pilot Point, because she was from, and I was like, there's ranchers and meth heads in Pilot Point, because I've arrested multiple people from, and so
From what I know about, that's 100% true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so I made that joke, and then everything changed.
And
And
insulted her.
yes,
Where she came from.
yes. And she lives in Pilot Point. Because she wanted to, or she
more reason for me not to go.
Yeah. Well, I have to, because she got the courts to give her what do you call it, primary custody, because I was disabled. Yeah. But I was doing the most of the cleaning and whatever, and I was still mopping the floors with my wheelchair and everything else. I mean, it was, and I would wait and see if she would just pick up a broom or a mop.
You're gonna be waiting a while.
No. Yeah. And then when she I took that phone and all this, the assault and everything, that's when I just had enough, and then it didn't go my way, because Brent Hill was butthurt, and because of his hometown. And the funny thing is, when we take the kids, we had them in piano and guitar lessons, and it's on the square, and there was meth heads just talking to themselves and everything else, and I was like, see,
this is my point exactly.
Yep.
Thanks for proving it.
Yep. So I mean, it's just comical.
Yeah.
Comical. And then now I don't even have full custody. The summer schedule is week off, week on, but when now when they go to school, I don't have them but every other weekend, because the judge decided, like, the kids need a permanent whatever, and I'm like, and so and I didn't know it was the last hearing, and so I had shit to say.
Yeah.
And because of the assault and everything like that, I thought I had a chance to speak, but nope. My lawyer didn't even know about um, her being arrested. Yeah.
I knew about her arrest.
Yeah.
How did they not?
Oh yeah. No. My current lawyer. Nope. And so they just, well, too bad.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. So while all of this is going on, what is your other family, like your parents, going through?
So I didn't see my parents almost 3 years because she ousted my family
Before or after the shooting?
before.
Before.
Or no, after. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
Because my when I was in Denton, after the shooting, right after the shooting, my father and had a tiff, and that's when everything changed. And so she was telling me of all of the things, and I'm like, man, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And I took her side because she was feeding me
Yeah.
all the information. I'm like, man. And so
Classic narc move.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no.
Separate you from your family.
And, yep.
By spouting lies.
Well, and she saw the donation money rolling up, and that's when, yeah,
that makes sense.
And I mean, it's so she deposited donation money under her maiden name and Carrie Rodriguez, and the checks were written to me, and she deposited them anyways. And then I mean there's no legal ramifications because she had power of attorney.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So
I used to be a financial fraud analyst in cryptocurrency, and so I've seen that go down.
Yep.
Firsthand, and I've tried to fight that.
Yep.
So it happens more than I would like to admit.
Yeah. No. And I mean, it was just, I mean, she got away with everything and everything.
Yeah.
And she's still getting away with it.
For now. Listen, she's gonna have her day of judgment.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I still am very, very peeved about that.
Yeah.
Because where's the justice?
And we're justice seekers.
Yeah.
By nature. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the assault should have been handled.
Yeah.
Minus the other stuff. I mean, at least the assault.
Yeah.
But I think it's to report an assault. I think it's statute of limitations is 3 years. I think so. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know, but
I didn't work the law side of things.
Well, I actually called the DA because it was the 2 years. And I didn't hear anything about it, and so they waited to prolong the filing because they wanted it to just go away, and that's when
hoping you wouldn't remember.
Yeah, and I failed to because when I initially called, it was 6 months later. And I was checking, and then I got notified that they were dropping the case because of some motion of quick result, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But
some
I mean,
bullshit reason.
yeah.
There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
No.
There you go.
Yeah. Denton County.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. So
Okay, so who continue? We've talked about who you've lost in the process, and then the ex-wife.
so yeah. So my family, when I called them, I had no one.
Yeah.
And so I was taking care of the kids, and my parents didn't hear from me for 2 or 3 years, and I called, and I broke down, and my dad and my mom, they were at the condo in South Padre Island, and they drove straight to support me, and they have been there ever since.
So they continue to show up even when the headlines and the cameras all disappeared.
No, yep.
Wow, that's incredible.
And they live with me now. I chose a floor plan that had 5 bedrooms, and they take care of the kids, and if I have an episode, not a full seizure, but I have sometimes I do a workout, and my brain will tingle. It's weird, but I have to lay down because I think I'm having a seizure, but I'm really my brain will tingle, and I'm learning something new. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's
It's neat. I mean,
you can like feel your thoughts producing. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. No. And I didn't realize it until because I didn't know I had an episode or so my traditional therapy, or my traditional seizures, not a grandma seizure or anything like that. It's I throw up profusely, and then I get dizzy, and then disoriented. I don't remember names and everything else, and then I black out. Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
But mine's after I eat.
Oh.
Because all the blood's going to my stomach to aid in digestion, which means I have no blood in my brain. No blood and oxygen makes me go sleepy.
Oh.
And I go nighty-night for like 4 hours if I eat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then I've developed an eating disorder, so I don't eat because I'm also in excruciating pain.
Yeah.
Hence how I lost 225 pounds.
Wow. Man.
Horribly bad, but yet great at the same time.
Yeah.
So I can't identify with any other part of your story except for that part where it's like, oh yeah, like I stand up and I get dizzy and you know, all this stuff. So the vomiting and all of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's got to be something.
Well, I have seizure medication, and so it helps me not have those episodes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I take one at night and one in the morning, and I haven't had an episode that bad in maybe 2 or 3 years.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, levetiracetam or whatever.
Something close to that.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's Keppra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have to look into that.
Yeah.
But it's funny you said grand mal seizures. So one of my favorite and probably my only good memory of Denton was one of the officers. I'm going to keep him nameless.
Yeah.
But he came in and he was like, I just worked a case of somebody having grandma seizures, like grandma.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did you say? And he was like, she had grandma seizures. And I was like, I'm sorry, I need you to say that a third time because I know I did not hear you say grandma seizures. And he said it again. And I was like, do you mean grand mal seizures? And he was like, I'm a police officer, not a doctor. The fuck do I know? And I'm like, So the fact that you said that, I was like, I instantly thought of our police department.
Oh,
Which was
my
hilarious.
That's awesome.
So, what would you say to spouses, parents, or children quietly caring for someone with a catastrophic injury?
Just be patient. Because,
Time.
well, when I was just in flight or fight
Fight or flight mode?
Yeah.
Yeah. Survival
And
mode.
yeah. And so I'm quick to get upset.
Pop off at the mouth.
Yep.
And then you're the biggest asshole in the West. Yep.
And so that was my release, because I couldn't move.
You're in physical pain.
Yeah.
You're excruciating pain. The only thing you can do is verbalize it.
Yeah.
And then any help that's coming is taking forever. It could be 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But that time in excruciating pain feels like 3 hours. Yeah. And so you're popping off going, where the fuck? How? Come help me.
Yeah.
And then now people are like, oh, you're just being a dick. And it's like, no, I need help and I can't do anything about it.
Well, and
can't escape it.
I mean, and then my ex-wife was horrible anyway. So
yeah,
I mean,
that didn't help the case.
Yeah. So I mean, she was she got annoyed if I had that episode. And at the beginning, it was, I mean, I was down for at least a week. And then I would recover slowly. But I mean, that initial time when we got back to Texas and all that, it was I don't know. I had to just bite the bullet and because I didn't have any help.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, I mean, she left me with to throw clean up the throw up and everything else, and I was still in the wheelchair. And
just
at that
had
time,
a seizure, just recovered, and you're able to clean up your own vomit from the seizure. That's insane.
She was heartless. She was
sounds
heartless.
Like it. I never personally met the woman, and I'm low key glad that I haven't, because I would be in prison.
Yeah.
I'll throw the punches for you. I can hit a woman.
No. It's
all jokes. Nobody. Not serious threats. We have morbid sense of humors. You have to in law enforcement, man.
Yeah.
You see the worst sides of humanity. You're standing over dead kids. You got to have some sort of stuff. So my shotgun to the face guy, my most favorite joke I ever made. Well, the story is the mustache is obviously shotgun to the face.
Yeah.
And he's in a car, and we're getting him out. Well, there's pieces of him still in the car.
Oh.
And a whole nose and mustache, just this triangle, is under his seat.
Oh, wow.
And so one of the MEs was like, I found his nose. Do you want to hold it? And I was like, yes, but I got to take photos first. And then I had other things to do, and I never got to hold it. But me and her got matching tattoos. But the funniest part of the scene was his driver's license said he had blue eyes. And I said, one blue that way and the other blue that way. You laugh. They're going, oh my God.
Well, we're like the same.
Yeah.
So.
You have to be. You have to have a sense of humor in law enforcement, or you're gonna crash out.
Yep.
So I love that you still have the personality that you had before. Like out of everything that you might have lost, that was something that you gained and you kept. Yes. And you maintained that through it all. And I appreciate that about you, because you could have gone dark. Yeah.
Oh, I was.
I know you want to.
I was in that state. I tried to commit suicide 2 times when we were together, because her constant just like she the first time I tried, and it failed. I had one hand and all that, and then the second time, we were in Crossroads, and she was we were going to a quinceañera or Sweet 16 or something like that, and she started to argue and all that, and I'm like, where's this coming from? Well, she had plans to meet up with the girlfriend or the girlfriend or boyfriend, and she was trying to make time for that as well
By picking
and
a fight with you.
yeah, and so I called my therapist, and I said, hey, I need help, and I told her about what the events were, and what led, because she was I was already dressed. I just wanted to get the alcohol, and then but I couldn't um, hold it, because I had the cane, but I managed to hold it, and then we went to the car, and then she just blew up and started arguing. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And that's when, because I knew, and uh, um, I called my therapist. I explained it to her, and then she, in turn, told or called, and because she didn't know the dynamics,
Yeah.
and so she was just trying to do me a solid,
Yeah.
and then she um, 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 that's when my ex-wife, she talked to her, and now she was on suicide watch, because and then I tried to hang myself, and I did it right, but I just didn't tie the noose well, and because it was a phone cord. See that line? That was my attempt, and um, because she blamed it on me, and I just was had enough. I luckily didn't die. I passed out, and I woke up some odd hours later, and I untied it, and I just went to bed. But there was no support, because my therapist didn't know the dynamics, and then she had instances of her trying to listening to the sessions and everything else, and she didn't want me to go to the bedroom or anything. She wanted it to be in the kitchen to overhear everything,
to make sure she's not being the bad guy.
Yeah, and so that's when it all just came to head.
Yeah.
So,
my goodness.
Yeah. So, and then I just when I lost the kids to the new schedule, I just broke down. I mean, I just lost it. I mean, because it that's all I do is supposed to care for my kids, and she just wants the money
Yeah.
for child support,
Yeah.
and that's it. Because
And that's something I hear a lot. Like I've never had kid custody. I've been the kid in the custody.
yeah,
But I hear men don't have very good
no.
results,
Well,
even
no,
if they can
they
prove
don't
that they're
have
good
they don't
fathers.
have any support.
Yeah.
Like
The default is give the kids to mom,
Yeah.
regardless of mom's state.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
so it's got to be doubly hard for you to have to not only prove
Yeah.
that you're capable, that you've done all the work, that not
Yeah.
only did you survive, you have learned how to walk, talk, eat, all of it again,
Mm-hmm.
to now be able to be like, okay, I'm a capable adult again. I can handle children, my children, give them back to me, but that's not how the system works.
Nope.
It's always set against dads.
Yep.
So,
And especially this county.
what is it specifically about this county? Is it just the people, or is it
just the legal system? They always favor the mom.
It sadly makes sense. I hate it.
Yeah.
So you talked about the gym that you go to.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Love that. Has it been hard for you to have to prove over and over again that gym is beneficial and to get it covered? And
yes.
And what has that process been like?
Oh man, it's been rough. Now it's looking up.
Yeah.
And
it's still from 2019 to now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, when did you start the gym?
5 years ago.
Okay.
And so it was explained to me about they were not supposed to I was not supposed to go to the gym because there is some legal, like the state has to have certain guidelines and everything like that. Well, the gym doesn't do OT and PT per se.
So they don't qualify.
Yeah. And so they had to find a OT or no PT, and then they were doing that, and then just the when I asked for a third day because I was improving so much. I wanted to capitalize it, and that's when they quit all my care.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so they just paid for my seizure medication, and that's it.
So what is it like to have the "you are strong" mantra and all of the publicity, the public honor, but then have to be privately fighting for treatment? What's that like? Because I bought the shirts and the hats and the stickers.
Oh yeah, no.
Because I was like, holy shit, the fact that you're here is incredible. I wanted all those proceeds to go to you and your family.
I don't know
but then you're having to, fight for just treatment at this point. What was that like for you?
I don't know what percentage they kept and all that, and so I mean, I know they had to make money to spend money to get the hats and all those shirts and all that, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't. But they got me the van, and they
a very questionable one.
Yeah. Well, no.
Okay.
It was a different one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, it was a fancy Pacifica, or no, Chrysler made it, but I don't know. But it was all electronic and all that, and the ramp was electronic and everything. But they 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 did that, and then they bought my electronic wheelchair. Well, it was from the donations, so it was technically mine, I guess.
Yeah.
But they researched and all that, and got it for me. But it was all right. And then when my parents moved in, then I had to trade it in. And I got a Suburban, but I didn't know at the time, because I'm not good with numbers and letters and all that. I didn't know that my I thought it was my saving, or my retirement, and it 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 I I checked my balance after 3 years, and I was floored, because um, I had $6 grand, and that was it. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And come to find out, it was because my insurance tripled when I retired, and that was taken out of my savings, instead of I could have planned on working on it, but I mean, I thought it was my savings.
Yeah.
And so
And you've got a lot else going on in your life than worrying about a bank account.
I know.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not fucking logging into an app to see how much money I have when I'm trying to get my brain to work. Sorry. I mean,
and so I and then it dwindled, because the Suburban I got, I had to I had a balance, so I mean, I was making payments. But with the retirement, or the insurance, and then the all the other stuff, it was not enough, and so I had to sell it. So now I'm driving my old truck, and I mean, because it was too expensive.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, and after, I mean, my lawyer fees were maybe 30, 40 grand. And then the others were sucked up by the retirement. Yeah. Because it was that was my fault. I didn't know.
You had other things going on. It was not your fault.
I understand.
No, it's not your fault.
I mean, but you know, I didn't have anyone to, because I'm very independent, and my mom and dad just leave me alone. And
in case of emergencies, they're there. But for the most part, you're a grown man. You take care of yourself.
So, and that was my mistake.
That was my mistake too.
So, I mean, it's just,
no one checks on the strong ones. And then we're always going to lie and say we're fine, even when we're not fine. Because it takes more time and energy to explain to you that I'm not fine than for me to just say, I'm fine, I've got it. So, we fucked ourselves over. That's great.
That's all right.
We live and we learn. Or we almost die and we learn. And too.
Well, in that instance, those two instances, we did it to ourselves, and that was it.
Yeah. We got to learn the hard way
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, I'm always hard-headed, so.
Are you a Taurus? I'm a Taurus. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh no, I'm a Scorpio, or no, Sagittarius.
Oh,
Yeah.
that also makes sense. I don't know anything about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
I
know
don't
what
know.
I am, and I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know. I mean,
Somebody in the comments
yeah.
will be like, "Aha! It makes logical sense." I'm like, "Thanks." Don't know
Yeah.
what that means, but thanks.
Yeah.
So I know you've had a lot of issues with workers' compensation and
Mhm.
all of that. So what do you want them to understand about traumatic brain injuries and the long-term rehabilitation?
Well,
That it needs to be longer than just whatever stupid thing they say?
yeah, I mean, it depends on the individual.
Okay.
Because I mean, I see people that just go to the gym to just waste money, and I mean, to say they go,
Yeah.
and it's a catastrophic injury as well, but they don't work that hard, and I mean, I've left crying and everything else, and because I want to get better, and I'm doing better, and I'm trying to improve every session, instead of just saying that I'm trying to get better.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just kicking ass,
And taking
despite
names.
my situation, my divorce, my everything.
Yeah.
And I'm still progressing to this day.
Beautifully, might I add.
Yeah.
You threw me for a whirlwind when I met you 4 hours away in a
Yeah.
random Buc-ee's. We run into each other. Last I saw him, he is on a stretcher being ushered out of the hospital. We're all clapping, but then I'm like, I thought he was going to die. And then I'm like, okay, I hear through the grapevine that you're starting to form words. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. And then the next I hear from you, we're running into each other 4 hours away from home in a random Buc-ee's. And then we're like, holy crap, this has got to happen.
Yep.
So the fact that you are here today just blows my mind, because I looked at that scene and I was like, there's no way.
Well,
and seeing your whole vest, your name, I was like, that was the first. Oh, I'm about to cry. I'm not about to cry. This is weird.
No.
That was the first.
Cry.
No. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. I don't cry. My emotions know better. All right.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
That was my first live crime scene. You are my first victim that didn't die.
Wow. Well,
nobody ever calls me to say somebody's alive.
Yeah.
So I get out there and I'm like, okay, cool, he's dead.
Yeah.
And I worked your case like a homicide.
Dang.
And well, technically, no. I worked it up to a certain point, and the county took over.
Yeah.
Because conflict of interest.
Yeah.
But I started your case like a homicide. So I was like, I'm gonna do you justice.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I'm like, holy shit, he's on a stretcher and as being taken to Colorado.
Yep.
And then I hear you've got some words, and then you're walking, and I'm like, holy shit. So I am not only floored by the man that you were before the shooting, but I am floored by the man that you are after the shooting, and the fact that those two men are the exact same. You've lost half a brain, and you are the Urban that I do remember from back then. And I think that is beautiful.
I mean, I can't realize it also. I mean,
sometimes you got to be remembered.
But it's just dumbfounding. Yeah. I should have died.
No offense. I don't mean this respectfully.
Yeah.
According to your crime scene, you should have died.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know.
By the grace of God, go
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And go I.
Yeah.
So everybody celebrates the survivor that comes home. But what happens on day 500 when all the headlines are gone, but the injury is still here? You still have to look at it in the mirror. Give me 1 second. Alexa, turn on patio lights.
Okay.
There we go. Continue.
Yeah. Where were we?
Everyone celebrates the survivor that comes home,
yes.
but on day 500.
You know, I don't know. I haven't. Well, I don't know. What is it? 500?
I have no idea.
Man,
it's been since 2019. It's
Yeah.
2026 now. It's
Yeah.
coming up on 10 years in a way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've been in survival mode this entire time. I just got out of survival mode a few
Yeah.
months ago, and now I'm realizing, holy shit, time has flown by.
Oh yeah. No.
I thought time was slow as hell when I was a kid. I'm like, I can't wait to be an adult. Now I'm an adult, and I'm like, holy shit, I've been an adult for almost 20 years. This is weird.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's. I don't know. I'm just happy to be alive. I mean, I don't think about it that much.
Mm.
I mean, I wrote a goodbye letter to Antoine Kingston, but it was not appropriate, and so they delivered it, and I said, keep it tight, and hope he's ass fucked constantly because he's a small guy. So
Hey, ugh.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
Yes. So the one thing that I do love is that I can see the urban from before the shooting to the urban now. What is the one thing that you want your kids to remember about how you handled this situation?
You know, just to be honest and true, because what you become as an adult, you have to do all these things and be true to yourself. And I mean, that's what I tell them. Well, my son first, because my daughter she just likes to play.
Yeah.
So she's not, or 8, so she's not gonna fully understand yet.
Right.
But my son, I mean, we joke and play and everything, but we also have those talks, and because I don't want him to ever question who he is, and he has been through a lot as well. The shooting first, and then the assault, because he heard it. He didn't open the door, but he heard it. But
she slept through it all, right?
Yes. Okay. And so I don't know what my ex told him, but he thought it was my fault when I got divorced, because I just said, hey, your mom beat me up, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell him about the shooting or the beating me up and all that. I just focused on she was I need you to, or hold on. I I'm just doing it for your protection and sissies. So you just have to trust me. I'm not gonna lead you astray. I'm not gonna lie to you. And she's been lying and all that because she's just a manipulator.
Yeah.
And so and the it still bugs me the last lawyer didn't even do anything because they didn't even hear about all the assault and everything like that. I'm still upset.
Yeah.
So
Is it safe to say that you don't feel like justice has been served on
No.
that end?
No.
Do you feel like justice has been served in your shooting?
No, because I think he should have gotten the chair. There is no reason he's to be kept alive.
Just on the taxpayer's dime.
Yeah. Well, but the money or the state gets money as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, they want that life sentence.
Okay, so piggybacking off of that, do you feel like forgiveness is in your story somewhere, or do you feel like
For the shooting?
for the shooting?
No.
So do you feel like survivors kind of get guilt tripped into forgiving people when they really don't?
Yeah.
Because you got a safe face. You're supposed to forgive and forget.
Nope.
You don't forgive. You don't
Nope.
think you ever will?
Nope. He took my life.
Valid.
And I, like I said, keep it tight because he doesn't deserve my grace or God's grace or anything. He is evil, just like my ex-wife. And I put up with it because I married her and I have 2 children, but other than that,
Does it?
nope.
No.
It's a done deal, and she's gonna answer to God and all that, but it's I'm fine with it. Like just to exchange the kids and everything and all that, but we don't make small talk. We don't
barely make eye contact, barely breathe each other's oxygen.
Yeah. So I mean, because she got away with all that as well, and Denton County can suck my balls.
Valid. So, as someone who has had to rebuild his life from scratch, again, as a grown man, what does the word rebuild mean to you?
Embrace the struggle, because I mean, there's no easy answer. There's no wave a magic wand. I mean, there's you have to just live your life and move on. And I've just had. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's my stance too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm no special. I'm no different than anybody else. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as long as you're willing to fight, then
put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
do you believe that rebuilding is about returning to who you were, or becoming somebody new?
Well, both. Because you want to live your life like back then, but also, I mean, you have struggles, and new struggles. And so, your personality will change. um i i I mean, I am a outgoing person, but when I'm in private and there's no one there, and I know my parents live with me, and but it's not the same as a friend.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I struggle with it, because I don't want to bug anyone.
Yeah.
And they have their own lives, and like I said, small children and all that. So, and I just don't want to be a hindrance. So,
You're not though.
well, I understand, but I
Okay.
mean,
I see what you're saying though, because I felt the same way. There was a point when in my death diagnosis where my house was a wreck, and I asked my friends, I was like, hey, can you help me clean up my house? I just had major surgery, I'm depressed, life is over as I know it, doctors telling me it's not looking good. 4 months later, adults are busy, I had to clean my own house.
Mhm.
Or I had to hire somebody, and I didn't have money because I lost my job.
Aw.
And so I felt exactly what you mean of like, I didn't want to be a burden to other people, because especially if you had gone through surviving something, those same people were hopefully there beside you at some point during your healing journey. And so now that you're at a point where you're more stable, you don't want to feel like a burden again, like you were a few years ago.
Yes.
So I can definitely see that, and from my own experiences too. And I feel like that may be a common feeling among survivors who have had to rebuild their lives, is that like, hey, like, I appreciate you helping me when you did, but like, now you've dedicated enough time to me, go live your life, I've got me. And then that like little voice creeps in the back of your mind at 2 a.m. where you're like, damn, I'm low-key lonely.
Yeah.
Like everybody's moved on. Like I was the hottest topic for a few months, like You Are Strong was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And then people are like, who's Urban? And you're like, wait a minute, how do you not know this? This is common knowledge.
I mean, I think when I go to the PD, I mean, I don't even recognize half of the.
Oh my God. I don't either. I keep looking at Facebook. I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
My Instagram, who is that? And then I'm like, people are in the ranks that I don't even know. I'm like, how did you get up there when you weren't even here when I was here? I'm what? The mathing on that. So what have you learned about strength during this journey that the uniform could have never taught you?
I mean, the will to survive. I mean, it's you have to have a reason, and strength is part of it, but the will is more than anything. The will to persevere, to do the hard thing, and just do what needs to be done.
Yes.
So
put your head down, do the work.
Yep.
And then whenever you're ready, pop your head back up.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone whose life has changed in one moment, but they can't imagine that future yet?
I'm still living it. It's not over. I mean, but you have to just put your nose to the grindstone and do it, because it's not going to happen automatically. You are your own person.
And you're your own biggest advocate, because nobody else is going to stand up and be louder than you are about your own self.
Yeah. And so, and that's why I did talk to the managers at Gallagher Bass and everything else, because I'm not going to go away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to because I've been silent all this time.
And we almost lost you in that silence.
Yeah.
So be loud as hell now with your healing.
Yes.
Because we almost lost you multiple times in that silence. And I never want to hear that you have taken your own life. I would rather talk to you 1,000 times a day than have to hear your eulogy.
Yeah. And you know, it's there's circumstances that, you know, I'm trying to find money to have another lawyer and everything else, and because I want to fight this system that's broken, because I'm not happy that my ex-wife got away with everything, and then the new schedule favors her because she's a woman and she's has just manipulated the shit out of the system.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Well, I know why, because of Brent Hill.
Yeah.
That's the first lawyer, and he's a douchebag. And I actually we went to the 100 Club shindig, and I saw him there, and I wanted to freaking knock him in his nose. I mean, because he just and he promptly left.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because
I'm sure he could sense the tension. Cut it with a fucking butter knife.
Yeah. No. But because he basically fucked me.
Yeah.
And didn't think anything about it.
Yeah.
And so that was I'm still kind of upset at that. So.
And it seems like there's no checks and balances in the system here.
No.
That like, hey, I can come check this person and knock them down a peg.
So when it's not like an assault, family courts are a whole different beast, and so they can they'll write a protective order, and they can lie, the victims will lie and everything like that, or not the victims but the perpetrators.
Yeah.
And they can lie about anything, and then they can obtain a protective order.
Wow.
And that was it. And there's no checks and balances or anything. They don't have like a criminal court. They just the judges can rule with nothing.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That.
And I had to learn that out the hard way.
Yeah.
Because it's garbage.
Yeah.
And it needs to change.
Yeah, it really does. So you're not the first officer to get injured in the line of duty, and unfortunately you won't be the last.
Yeah.
But to the ones that have been injured and have felt like they've been forgotten, what is something you would say to them?
Don't lose hope. You know, there's other people fighting in your corner, and you just have to be patient, because it's not gonna be a quick process. Yeah. And I've learned that the hard way as well, because I expected just to um, come home to a I don't know. I mean, not a parade or anything, but I mean,
A hell of a lot more respect than
yeah,
you got.
yeah. Um, and so, just a little bit of recognition, I guess, for my sacrifice.
Yeah.
And nothing.
So on that note, what do you want the city leaders and the insurance companies and decision makers to know, like after hearing your story?
Well, they're well, it's tough because the city council and the city managers and everything like that, they will do what they find interest in, and that's it. And so they're the individual officers and all the regular people, they don't matter.
Yeah.
And when you see it firsthand, you gain a respect on that, because it's all about themselves. And like the old city manager, she was just doing it because to save face. And then she retired, and so I mean she didn't care. Yeah.
That is the one thing I've learned, that the job will replace you before your
Yep.
body is cold.
Yep.
You are needed at home, both physically and mentally.
Yep.
I worked at a job where somebody died at their desk over a 3-day weekend.
Oh wow.
Came back on a Monday, found them by Tuesday, their job's online.
Yep.
Whoa, haven't even had a funeral
Yep.
yet.
Nope. It's
That job's online.
Well, and it's funny because I didn't even want to retire.
Yeah, you were forced.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not done.
Yeah.
And
Even God said you weren't done.
No. Yeah. But
That didn't matter.
Yep.
To them.
No. They can find someone else to replace you, and that's it.
You're nothing but a number.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
So when people finish this episode, what do you hope that they remember about Urban the man, not Urban the officer that got shot?
I'm just another person, and I'm just I want to have fun, but just hang out. And because I'm here, willing and waiting, and I don't expect much. I'm just a simple man, and I'll hang out whenever and whenever. And I mean, if I don't have the kids, then it's free game.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Well, Urban, your story has been extraordinary, and I want people to take a lesson from this. It's not the fact that you survived a shooting. It's not the fact that you're basically a walking miracle. I wanted people to be able to see the hard work, the persistence, the dedication, the trials, the tribulations, the faults in the system, the cracks in the system, how people can fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
And I greatly appreciate you being willing to not only come out here and tell your story, but tell it with such conviction and honesty.
Yeah.
Because you aren't the first one to have to rebuild their life after tragedy. And unfortunately, you won't be the last, but you sitting here and giving people hope, and even the motivation is, hey,
Yeah.
keep going, just
Yeah.
put your nose down, keep going.
Yeah.
That is inspirational, and somebody somewhere is going to need to hear that. So
Well,
I greatly appreciate your time. You are an incredible guest. I wish you the absolute most success. If you ever need anything, I'm a phone call, text away. I came
Awesome.
running to your death. I'll come running for your life too. All right. So
Awesome.
this is a fantastic lesson that sometimes your biggest bloodstains are often your biggest breakthroughs. I'm Christina Hester, and this is Officer Irvin Rodriguez. And have a good night, y'all.
Bye.